Well, we're very excited to be here in Omaha and part of the NCAA tournament. I think it's a great time in college basketball, and feel very fortunate that we've earned the opportunity to play. Certainly, we've got a very, very good opponent tomorrow in Virginia. A lot to get prepared for, and I think our guys are excited about the opportunity to play against a very good team. Certainly we're a team that's looking to run and press and go up and down the floor, on a regular basis. I think one of maybe the misconceptions with Virginia is that they're just they don't want to run at all. I mean, they're an opportunistic running team when they have the opportunity to. I think for us defensively, we're probably out pressuring more, and I think for Virginia, they're probably in position where they're really taking away dribble drives, paint touches, those kind of things. I just think you look at their scores. They're playing in the mid-50s. A team that obviously defends very well and has held teams down all year long. And, probably a team like ourselves that's looking to play in the mid-70s to 80s. So I think just speed and tempo and pace of the game, it's probably different on both ends. Pat's been good. He's had a good week of practice. I think our front court has got a great challenge. Certainly, I think one of the most unique players, in my opinion, in the country is Scott. He's a great mid-range shooter, maybe as good of a mid-range shooter as I've seen in a long time. Mitchell is a terrific front court guy that offensive rebounds and plays off of Scott. So I think those two guys for Murphy and for Young is a great challenge. I think their ability to shoot the ball with Zielinski and Harris on the perimeter, and Evans, just his toughness and defensive ability. They have a very, very good balanced team, but certainly our front court has a great challenge ahead of them. And I think Patrick has had a good week, and we'll see how he comes out and plays tomorrow.
Billy, speaking of Patrick, he said he'll be back for next season. Was that a surprise to you, and how important is that for your program?
Well, that's the first I've heard of that, So, I mean, that's always, I think, great news. I think Patrick, I think he's learned a lot this year. I don't think this year was as easy for him as maybe he thought it was going to be. And I think a lot of times, when you're a player that's in a role, and all of a sudden you go from a role to a primary position, your impression of your thought process of what you think it's going to be like may not match up to it. And then when you actually your shoes are in that role, it's a little bit different. Just consistency, the day in, day out. I think Patrick probably realized there is some growth there, consistency that he needs to make.